Today we look at my favorite snow boot that I'm going into season 2 with. Well, what's up, folks? Welcome to the channel. Welcome to another episode here at Gideon's Tactical. I am your host, Aaron. Really excited to do this video because I do believe this is either my first or second shoe video ever, and we might be doing more. So let's see what happens here. What I wanted to share with you today is the weather changes, seasons changing. It's becoming, in the high country here in the Rockies, it's already starting to snow. We're already starting to get some accumulation. So it's time for me to swap out my summer boots and my summer hiking boots for my winter boots. And so what I've been wearing for the last 2 years, this will be season 2 meaning, that I'm going into, are the Vasque Coldspark snow boot. Now I picked these up at the beginning of the season last year, have trekked. Now I did the math and I looked at my calendar last year. I've done about 20 hikes on these boots. So these have definitely seen a good amount of trail time already, and their traction is still holding up. They're performing fantastic. I've had several boots over the years for snow hiking. You know, we've been doing this for 6 years now here at the channel, and years before that. And these I've landed on and I am in love with for multiple reasons. So I want to break it all down for you today, show you what I like about it, things that stand out for me, the benefits to this design, and really why they connect with me and why they're my favorite boot to wear hiking and trekking out in the wilderness in cold environments when there's snow on the ground and it's getting into those lower temperatures. So let's go ahead, break it down, show you what these boots have to offer and whether or not these would be the right setup for you on your outdoor adventures in cold weather. But before we hop into the actual details of the boot, just want to remind you to check out those hyperlinks that we offer to you below, not only over to Knock Around Sunglass Company, great sunglasses for the whole family, but to Amazon and Blade HQ. When you guys use those hyperlinks, helps me get out there, buy gear just like this. Bought these pair of boots, been rocking them for a while now, obviously, and been able to now give you guys a really good data point in this video that we're about to look at. But you guys using those hyperlinks really helps us out. We get that small kickback and helps us continue to do what we do. Now, this is under the wardrobe program with Amazon, so you can purchase it. They'll send you, I believe it's like a receipt already printed out. If it doesn't fit or doesn't work out for you, you can ship it back right away within 7 days, I believe. And it makes the trying on of clothing and boots and shoes way easier. So that's super cool that they're doing that. And these go for about $140. That's what I paid for them. It was about 140 bucks. Maybe I got them on a sale or something, but that's the average going rate for these boots, and that's pretty average for Merrells and Vasques and a lot of these other Keen boots in this size range. And for me, it's been $140 really well invested. So let me show you as we break these down. And if you're interested in this boot at the end of the video, just click those links below and it'll help the channel out and you'll get a sick pair of boots. All right, so let's have some fun. Guys, I think this is my first shoe video. If it's not, it's like my second ever. So I'm sure, you know, I could use some critiquing, so feel free if there's things that I missed or things you want to know, I can maybe answer in the comments or anything like that, because I think we might start doing some more shoe videos. So this is kind of dipping my toe in here to see what you guys think. But yeah, been rocking this now for a complete season, have zero plans to upgrade this year. So all of 2018 into 19's winter season of hiking and trekking all over the Rocky Mountains and all kinds of temperatures. These will be the ones on my feet. I got snowshoes. We're going to be using these for my snowshoe hiking, all of it. So really pumped for all of that. So the one of the main things right out of the gate was flexibility. I wanted something that weren't like these heavy clunky boots that would have some flexibility. These guys are super flexible. They have a lot of give, which is good, but still giving great support on the midsole and all the way through from back to front, and not causing any sort of feeling of rocks or, you know, heavy ice and those type of things on your feet, which is an important thing, and not losing heat retention. You know, I mean, obviously we could get super clunky, heavy, you know, boots, and if you live in really cold conditions, then those are probably the way to go. But for me in the Rocky Mountains, living and going and hiking and doing treks at, you know, 8,000 to 10,000 feet all year round, oftentimes in 20 to 30 degree weather, these things have been killing it. So right out of the gate, just some basic things is these nice flexible sides right here that are waterproof is how they're rated. Oh, if you just sat in a puddle, you know, for like an hour, you would pick up some water and, you know, it'd start to seep through. But for snow, you know, you're trekking around as it's starting to melt around a campfire, which is what we do a lot of the time, no issues at all. Going to go up to it's not a midsole, it's a high top. I mean, it's a high top design here that'll go all the way up there. You got double loops there on the laces to bring it up nice and tight so snow won't get in. It does have a gator attachment loop right here so that you can hook your gaiters, and I do use my Outdoor Research gaiters for oftentimes snow, hiking in deep snow. So it does have a hook for that as well. Good. The laces don't come undone. Some lace material is kind of slick. This is grippy, so it'll grab itself, which is always a good plus. Good insulation and water resistance right here as well. Sometimes water, snow and water will get in there and then seep in the sides. Haven't experienced really anything like that. Good loop out the back there. Good traction. That's another good thing. If you don't have traction, you're in big trouble. So I really like the traction. They call it their cold hold. And what they say is the cold hold rubber outer sole is molded in proprietary cold hold dual density winter compound for excellent winter traction, trail traction, which I have seen. A molded EVA midsole offers an athletic, agile feel. Absolutely agree with that. And a TPU midfoot shank stabilizes the underfoot for uneven surfaces, and I believe that shank is over 5 inches in length is what I remember seeing. Let's see here. Shaft measures approximately 5.75 from the arch, which is super, super sweet. So the traction, though, holds up really well, and you can see there it hasn't worn off or hasn't diminished hardly at all with the usage, and good arch support as well, and it didn't cause any issues in there. Feels really comfortable. Again, can trek very well with it. Have done some longer treks in milder conditions. Now, this is another big selling point for me is hopefully you guys can see here. It has Thinsulate, 200 gram Thinsulate in there, so this is really going to hold up well for heat retention, and that was something that was a big selling point for me, meaning that I get the mobility, the lightweight feel of the boots, and all of that, but also, and I'm annotating in the weight because I forgot to weigh it beforehand, but lighter than most other boots that are designed for winter trekking and that type of thing. So heat retention was a must for me because I've had high top waterproof boots before, but when you're in 20-30 degree weather and you're in the snow, even if it's waterproof, the cold gets in, it just sucks. So this doesn't allow that type of cold to seep in, particularly when you have a good thick wool sock on. Zero problems. I've really enjoyed using that with that 3M Thinsulate that they offer in conjunction with the ultra dry waterproofing system for that long lasting water repellent and beating up a lot, and it's just really well done for that combination of keeping the water out and therefore helping to keep your foot dry, which helps keep your foot warm, and then you're enjoying your hike and your feet aren't freezing. And so to give you a little perspective, this is for me, and this is just kind of food for thought here with actual temperatures. So, 50 degrees Fahrenheit, 40 degrees, 30 degrees, no problem. These things are going to be rocking. Regardless if you're just kind of standing around, hanging around a campsite for the day, if you're trekking all day and, breaking a sweat and doing all that, these are going to keep your feet nice and warm and dry. Now, flip side of that, what I found was, because a lot of times we'll hike up a couple miles, set up camp, do a bunch of blade testing, other gear testing, and we're in, it's like 26 degrees out, and we're standing around for 3 hours building a fire, but you're walking off a little bit, doing some work, and you're not moving a lot. You're not breaking a sweat per se. What I've found is if you're in the mid 20 degree Fahrenheit and higher, and you're just standing around, no problema. These will hold your feet and keep the heat in. Great. If you start getting into the mid 20s on down, and you're just standing around, the cold will start to seep into your feet. You will start to feel it, and you'll want to start to stand. You'll start stamping your feet. You'll start wanting to put it around the fire, and that type of thing. So into the 20s is when, if you're not moving. Now, if you're moving, no problem. I mean, it feels great. You start hiking. I remembered a couple of times it's been low 20s, and we're like, man, I can feel it in my feet. We pack up after a couple of hours, start trekking out, and boom, my feet feel great again because you're moving, and the water repellent and all that other stuff kicks in, and all the stuff that the shoe offers. So I really like that aspect of the shoe, but just know that if you are in areas where you're getting into the 20s and below and you're standing around, this boot may not have enough heat retention to be what you're looking for. Now, I've owned a lot of Vasques over the years, Vasques over the years, and they all have been really true to size for me, including these. I wear a size 11 usually, and with a good thick wool sock, and these boots in size 11 worked great. Perfect size, not too big, not too small. perfect size. So true to size. Well, there you have it, folks. Hope you have enjoyed the video. Hope it has shown you what these Coldspark Vasques can do for you. Loving them. And you guys will be seeing lots of B-roll as we test out other stuff. You'll be seeing these from time to time in action shots because I love them and they are great performers for me here at the channel. Thank you so much, guys. Hope it's been informative. I hope it's been entertaining. Check us out on Instagram, Facebook, all the social media. I invite you to subscribe if you're not a current subscriber, throwing up videos every single week. Don't forget about the mailbag. Put hashtag mailbag. You might get a question answered in an upcoming video. Just ask your question, and we might answer it live in a video down the line. And finally, guys, always remember, stay equipped, stay prepared, and we'll see you out there.